All right, sending all warm, positive vibrations. This is Body-Culinary, and I'm so excited. Today is day one of the 3 and 7 day nutritional reset. So, all whole foods, all whole living, unprocessed foods, foods that you can still recognize as foods with their living water intact. Yeah. I'm really, really excited. So, we're just going to touch on that briefly today, and I'm going to answer some questions that some folks may have. If you're new to this channel, welcome. I'm Body-Culinary, professional chef and personal trainer. Also, I'm a natural-born woman, mother, lover of a natural lifestyle, as close I can get to it in the times that we're living in. And on this channel, I love to share motivation, inspiration to my 3 lifestyle practices. I don't own them. I didn't make them up. However, there are 3 practices that I find ground me, and there's something that we can all have access to. So those would be a personal movement practice, garden therapy, and peaceful consumption, right? You'll have to decide what that sweet spot looks like for you. For me, what that looks like is a consumption pattern focus of whole, fresh living, unprocessed fruits, vegetables, seeds that are untoasted, nuts, legumes, sprouts, fresh ground herbs, and fresh spices, and lots of teas. So that's what I'm consuming. I was a junk food junkie with my face looking like the sidewalk. So I feel very, very fortunate, and it's been a process of many years. Fortunately, today it doesn't have to take you umpteen years to find a way to easily navigate your way of eating. It's likely that you'll still, the process of trying new foods out, resetting your palate, that's a process. So, and skipping over that, if we skip over those nuances of discovery, then it's not likely that we will sustain healthy eating. And I'm saying that as someone with 3 decades plus in the holistic health and fitness industry. So what are we doing 3 days and 7 days? Some people, a gateway may be just 3 days to experience whole living foods. So living foods means that we're not cooking anything on the stove during this time. However, if you can get sun-ripened food, or as ripe as you can get it, or ripe food, whatever the best quality of food, produce, fruits and vegetables in your area. Hey, greetings, Tamiko. No, it's not too late to join. What you can do is go on over to body-culinary.com, and I will send you over the mailing list. And and we'll set up a meeting, and you can join in the upcoming meetings, and I'll get the shopping list and the recipes over to you. So this is all living foods. I invite you to use whatever fresh produce is in your house. So we're not doing any kind of donuts. We're not doing cookies. We're not doing candy. Actually, nature has given you so many treats. So many people, and I remember years ago, I couldn't imagine, can I eat this, quote unquote, raw? Can I eat that without cooking it? A sweet potato, this and like, it's been a lot of paradigm shifts. And so today I don't need a recipe. I feel confident that I can eat anywhere that I show up on the planet for very, very little. So I invite you to consider trying on principles more so than labels, because we can have a tendency to ego trip over the labels. I'm vegan or I'm vegetarian. You can be an unhealthful vegan or vegetarian. The labels don't necessarily guarantee results. If I call myself vegan or vegetarian or raw foodist, doesn't mean I don't have a crappy attitude. It doesn't mean that I'm getting the results necessarily that I want. And all of our bodies are a bit different. We all have a doctrine of signature in our body. It's like a fingerprint and a timestamp. Even if we say we're eating healthy, all the things that we've exposed our bodies to have shown up, on our bodies and in our energy level and our elimination. So this is a gateway towards resetting your palate, giving you a paradigm shift in terms of, wow, I didn't realize I could eat, all these foods without a stove, other ways to prepare them. Also, as we explore, we're going to go over a bit of common sense nutrition in 2 classes that usually take place during the week, common sense nutrition and efficient fitness. Because even though we're doing living foods, movement is necessary, right? And many of us think, oh gosh, what a drag. I invite you to consider your movement practice as a form of therapy. right? Up here first, because of the way it makes you feel first. If any of us are endeavoring to look more fit or toned, it's not likely we'll look that way. Unless you're riding off of genetics from when you were younger, that's great. But it's not likely we'll have the performance that we desire, or have performance and vitality and longevity into our seasoned years if we're not making intentional, very purposeful, intentional deposits into the 401k of our body. And that means some form of movement. You know, you can choose whatever it is that you like. You know, if that's line dancing, hip hop dancing, riding a bicycle, however you want to. A balanced fitness program is usually going to comprise several things. So cardio for your heart muscle, flexibility, right? That will help keep us injury free, and strength. It's an area most of us are missing. However, today, many of us are so deconditioned. Our bodies are almost like deconditioned and need to be prepared for exercise, believe it or not. You know, go figure. And, you know, so the other parts, you have cardio, flexibility, strength. Then we have nutrition and accountability, right? So those would make up what I have found a foundation for transformation, and even for sustaining, right? Even as you approach your goal efficiently. In order to maintain, we want clarity. Clarity is worth its weight in gold, rather than we just mimicking what somebody's telling us to do, to have a basic comprehension of how to get results, you know, objectively. Your body is intelligent enough. It knows how to adjust itself to a healthy weight when we just get out of the way of stuffing it and overstuffing it with these substances that are masquerading as food. And fortunately, there's a lot to eat. There's so much to eat. There's actually a lot of variety, even in the colder months. So there's a lot that we can do, that we do have access to. And you know what? Let me cover up this natural insect repellent. Your body not only doesn't know what to do, I would say if we really tuned in, most of our bodies are crying, or really crying out desperately for movement, right? To squish and to move, you know, all those undigested meals and that stagnant energy and that oh my, the sunflowers are growing. Oh, what a surprise. Ooh, I gotta take a picture of that. See? Blessings from the garden. That's therapy. Quality time spent with self. Listen, there's a lot that I don't say on this channel, because I'm not here to tell grown folks what to do. It's just, you know, it's not worth it. I have zero interest in being a martyr, or folks paying me to tell them good things about their habits. I'm not a human without flaws. However, I've been in this industry for a long time, and it's plain to see in our quiet moments, if we're honest, that we are reaping the effects of not taking our health seriously. It's showing up for us, it's males and females. And there's more coming down the pipeline. There's more. Even if you're in your 20s and your 30s, there are different cycles, different stages that we hit where your body goes through different transformations. If you plan on being a mother, if you are already a mom, even if you're not a mom, to keep your body growth free of fibroids, tumors, and cysts, all of the different types of stress from, you know, substances masquerading as food is actually a stress to our bodies. All the downloads of fright and fear that's coming at us through the screen and being deposited, bypassing logic, going into your subconscious, is a form of stress. You know, it's having the body secrete all different types of chemicals. So our first line of defense is food. Real, whole, living, unprocessed foods. Many of us, I mean, even the mentality, oh, that takes too long. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't take any more than to fry up, you know, a piece of steak and to wash those dishes. I don't even need dish liquid, right? And so the cholesterol, not getting all that cholesterol, because you're not going to find that cholesterol in the plant kingdom and queendom. So the food, this can take care of a lot. It's not everything. When you take the food off the table, right, how much healthier can we eat with whole, fresh, living foods? Then we have the space and the bandwidth to start to observe other things. We can start to create some space that when we know I've got enough nutrition, I'm eating to satiation. Wow, that was a lot of food. Wow, that's a lot of fiber. Wow, look at my elimination. Living foods, I found some big distinctions, can make the space for you to start to say, oh my gosh, I'm eating, but I'm not even hungry. You can start to see objectively when you are triggered, and start to see your triggers instead of you not having access to them. So living foods help you take, just like with taking my hair off the table is one less thing I'm not validation, smilidation. You know, taking a lot of distraction off the table so we can have access to some peace and some relaxation. We want peace and relaxation inside our body temple. If we got all these undigested meals and all these chemicals floating around, the body's not relaxed on the inside. We're just conditioned to only look at the face and the arms, the biceps, you know, squeeze our organs into these little, what do they call them? You know, form shapers. And I know I'm one that can't take a lot of constriction with hats and scarves. It makes me feel like, I'm like, you know. So the society or popular culture is always going to give you a high five on vices, on things that will weaken your motor skills, weaken and lessen your sharp critical thinking skills. You're always going to find an amen corner and get a high five to continue habits. You know, I'm a little wary. I'm a little wary of folks sharing, you know, certain kinds of vices with me. For me, I can't say for other folks, that are going to compromise my motor skills, my decision-making skills. I come from a family pattern of morbid obesity, diabetes, cancer, mastectomies. So when somebody's sharing, and we share our stuff with each other, when somebody's sharing certain things that are going to weaken me, you know, I gotta look at you sideways. Doesn't make me too popular. That's okay. I'm not looking to win a popularity contest, right? What's for you is for you. So I'm really excited about these 3 to 7 days. All the food in the shopping list is set up so you really don't have to eat out. And a lot of it is actually very easy to prepare. So, you know, when folks say you can't do this, you can't do that, just because you're not doing it doesn't mean it can't be done. You know, so it has the potential, and I'm not here to tell anybody to be vegan or do whatever. However, when you can see a difference in your skin and your elimination, your results will speak for themselves, and that's an easy, sustainable way to guide yourself, usher yourself through change by providing some kind of support for yourself and some kind of feedback. So we're on a 3-7 day nutritional reset. So we're not depriving the body of nutrition and calories. You can still go do your exercise during this time. We have enough energy stored up in our body for when we get up for an hour of exercise. So we're not depriving the body of nutrition at all. Actually, we're dousing the cells with nutrition. And so you get to sit back and see how your body is responding to whole, fresh, living foods. It's the simplest thing. It's the simplest thing. So I just want to come on and just give everyone a shout out, and thank you to all of those that are participating. Also in the works, having some communications about a young woman's mentoring. So we shall see how that works out, because again, I'm not looking to be a martyr. I have a lot to share, and I think also one of the lessons for all of us, past season, this season, and moving forward, is healthy boundaries. Healthy boundaries are necessary with everyone. So sending you all some warm, positive vibrations. Feel free to check out Body-Culinary on Instagram, Facebook, and Kwasa Peaceful Eating on TikTok. If you would like to join in on the 3 and 7 day nutritional reset, that's all living foods. Some people say raw vegan. I like to say whole living foods. You're welcome to go over to body-culinary.com, where you can sign up, so you can get your shopping list, so you have all of your foods right there at the ready. So if you have any questions, you can also reach out to me at info@body-culinary.com. So I'm sending you all some warm, positive vibrations. Kanene, Hanagana. Sending you some positive vibrations. So looking forward to any of you that want to come on board for the 3 and 7 day nutritional reset. All live foods. The whole 3 and 7 days. Nothing is cooked. Now, I will say one last thing before I jet out of here. If you don't have a whole bunch of equipment, no worries. Use what you have. If you're drying something, you may not have a dryer, right? And these are transitional foods, because ideally we want the living water inside of the food. So I'll be giving you some other alternatives for things that you can do, because you want to work with what you've got. We're taking in whole, fresh, living foods. If there's any processing going on, you're going to do the processing. And this can be huge in terms of retraining your eyes for when you go out in the street to what it is you're actually eating, the correct amounts for yourself, and most of all, that they are high vitality foods. They still have a lot of living water, right? They have water inside of them, enzymes, nutrients inside of the food. So hope you'll create a great day on purpose, and I will see you soon.